Hey, Wellers, welcome. Well, we had an amazing weekend, and I want to thank you so much for the tremendous participation and engagement that we got from our very first ever exclusively online live service. I want to thank you for social media, for the check-ins, for the generosity, for all the ways that you guys connected with us. I just want to say thank you. We even got a ton of pictures of moms and dads and families all huddled around the TV and heard some amazing and hilarious thing that some of your kids said. And we're just trusting that in the midst of this very difficult time, that God is actually going to do something really special, not only in you, but also through you and in the midst of our community. In fact, I was thinking this morning about in the first century church, at some point, the Jewish authority and the Roman leaders decided that they just couldn't put up with the church any longer, and they did all that they could to try to sort of stamp out the church. But the more they tried to stamp out the church, the more they ignited a fire completely around the Mediterranean rim. And we think about disruptive innovation that happens in our own industries or our own academic studies and so on. And we realize that oftentimes those produce some of the most stellar innovations and spectacular surprises that we could remember. And so we can hope and expect that God is wanting to do some uniquely innovative and undiscovered things up to this point. And so I want to encourage you, don't draw back on your faith. Don't draw back on your engagement. Don't draw back on your expectation. Lean in. Expect that God has got something unique planned for you, for your family, for your friends, for your small group. And let's expect God to do some amazing things. With that said, we want to continue to be compliant. We want to continue to work with the authorities. And so they have actually given us a new guideline that they'd like us not to meet in groups larger than 10. And so with that in mind, we want to let you know that there are going to be some changes this week. Starting today, we're officially going to close down the campus. Now, we are still here working in part because we've got construction going on the roof, and also we have orders that are going out and being received. We have mail and bills and so on. And so there'll be a small contingent of people who are working here at the campus, but even the staff are working to comply with the expectations and make sure and provide and protect you and our community. And so we're actually breaking into teams. We're trying our hardest not to all be in one place, and that way if something happens and certain numbers of us need to be quarantined, we don't all have to be quarantined, and that we'll continue to be able to provide the best quality services and ministry for you and your family. So we're asking everyone not to come to the campus for any reason. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We can connect in other ways. We just want to try not to do that unless we really need to in person. Now that said, we still will be doing our high water mark this week, but we're only going to bring in the most necessary personnel for production, for worship, for teaching, and even at the campus, we're practicing social distancing. So we're keeping teams and individuals separated and cordoned off and doing everything we can. And we encourage you to do the same. Be mindful of what the authorities are asking of us and make sure that we're doing it in compliance, as much as we are also praying and expecting that God is going to do something really great. And there's still all kinds of amazing ways that you can stay in touch with us. We are doing our best to live largely online. And so you can check us out at social media, at Instagram, at Facebook, at YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to the Wells pages, as well as the staff and the leaders pages, we encourage you, find us, seek us out, follow us, click on those notification buttons so that as often as we're talking, as often as we're living there, you can see what's going on and engage us. Shoot us a note. Give us feedback. Share your pictures and your life. We would love to be together with you on social media and take advantage of that there. With that in mind, there's one last thing. Because the campus isn't going to be open, any small group that was meeting on the campus will not be meeting here. You have the option, if you'd like, to meet in a home. Again, if you're a group that is 10 or more, we actually would recommend that you move to an online format. And we're going to be posting today a tutorial so that you understand how to use some different online hangouts that you could use to stay connected. And we want to encourage you to do that. Now isn't the time to withdraw. Now isn't the time to isolate. Even more so now is the time for us to be able to come together, to see one another, to share our faith, to celebrate, to challenge, to keep one another accountable, to do all the things that Scripture encourages us to do. And we have a plethora of different technologies that are going to assist us to do that. So let's lean into our faith, let's lean into God, let's lean into one another, and let's do everything we can to keep ourselves, our family, and our community safe. Thanks for giving me just a minute. We're trusting God for amazing things for us and for you and for the Well family. God bless. See you soon.